Hi, guys. This is Jennifer, founder of Define Me. We're going live right now. Happy Friday. Happy holidays. The holidays are upon us. So I'm super excited to be here. Hey, guys. Hey, Veronica. What's up? That's my sister. Today we have a very special guest, Tammy Tibbetts. Tammy is an award-winning CEO, co-founder of She's the First. She's also an author, and she's pretty incredible and very inspiring. So I'm gonna bring her in just a second, and we're gonna get started. Ask her a bunch of fun questions. Here we go. I'm gonna wait for Tammy to come on and then I'll bring her in. I wanted just to mention we're gonna be doing another giveaway, and if you previously signed up for the giveaway, text us. You can, we were having a little bit of a technical issue, but we fixed it and you can go on and you're all gonna be able to enter the giveaway. The giveaway code is 71801, and the code is going to be Girl Power, all uppercase. And there's Tammy, so I'm going to bring her in right now. Let's see. There she is. Tammy, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yes, so excited. And, with the holidays and everything, we're just got so much going on. And welcome to Goddess Gang Live. And thank you for joining us. We're
I'm
really
so
excited
happy
to
to
have
be
you.
here.
Yeah, thank
Your
you.
background. I wish I could be like transported to California right now.
Yep, that is our famous brick wall with our kind of boho chic decor. But yeah, thank you so much. I know. Is the weather bad over there? You're in New York. You're in Brooklyn, actually, right?
Yeah. The sun is
Yeah.
shining, but it's getting chilly.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of nice. I mean, it's actually kind of chilly here too. So, but we we're a little spoiled here in California. Um, so I just wanted to say welcome. I had want to introduce you again. You're Tammy Tibbetts. You're an award-winning CEO, co-founder of She's the First. She's the First is a nonprofit that gives educational scholarships to young women in developing countries. And Define Me, we've been a brand partner, advocate, I don't know what you want to call us for, actually since I was thinking back, like when I had met you, and it was actually in October of 2015. And I think we started our program with you in actually the end of 2016. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about like how I met you and why we decided that we would work with you guys. I was at a function again in October 2015, and at the time when we had launched Define Me, the beginning of 2015, we decided to for every sale to give $1 to something to give back to. We were looking at young women, and we were looking at sort of different nonprofits and programs, and we were doing a lot of vetting. And I was being really particular because we work really hard for every dollar we make and every sale. And I was like, I really want them to, be honest. And, I wanted the money to go directly to the girls. And when you spoke at this function, you had said, you were the first in your family to graduate college. And that really resonated with me personally, because I was also the first person in my family to graduate from college. And just how you spoke about what you were doing and the actual, direct effect, positive effect that you guys had on these young women was really inspiring to me. And then we did a little background check, a little vetting, of course, and you guys were just amazing. So We're super proud to, have gotten to be part of and help and support She's the First since 2016. So I wanted to welcome everyone to Goddess Gang Live again. I wanted to mention that we're going to be doing a fun giveaway. Tammy's going to be talking about one of her favorite Define Me products. And so we're going to be doing a giveaway of 3 of them. And the text, all you have to do is text 71801, uppercase, and just writing uppercase girl power, all together, one word, uppercase. And we're going to be giving 3 products away. And then in addition to that, we're going to be giving 20% of our sales from 12/3 to 12/6 to She's the First. So go shop, get get all of your holiday. We have gifts. We have very giftable gifts. We have a bunch of different products. So and the 20% of the sales are going to She's the First. So it's an amazing nonprofit. So I wanted to get directly into some questions for Tammy. Are you ready, Tammy?
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, and I just also want to say that one of the beauty of having such a multi-year long relationship with Define Me is that your donations have grown over the year as your business has grown, and so many companies kind of, do one-off contributions, which is nice, but it's so much more meaningful when we can grow together. And She's the First has come such a long way since 2015, 16.
Yes.
So it's been a thrill to be on that journey with you and really thank your whole community for making that happen.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, it was important to us too. And I can only imagine, I wanted to talk a little bit about that as the CEO of a nonprofit, the challenges that you face. And I'm sure that's one of them where it's like a one and done and we're going to change, and do other things. And for us being that sort of like steady Eddie and creating those relationships and really digging in and making an impact is important to us. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to us. Okay, so I really wanted to dive into to you and to tell us, because you're so inspirational and your story is really incredible to me. And I wanted you to tell us about your why and why you started She's the First.
Yeah, well, She's the First started 12 years ago with myself and my co-founder, Kristen Brandt, when we were in our early 20s. I was
Wow.
a first generation graduate from the College of New Jersey. Kristen was still enrolled at Syracuse University. And the two of us met through New York Women in Communications, a professional organization that gave scholarships out to young women. Um, and we had both at the time been working towards a dream of being magazine editors in New York City. So we connected through that program as scholarship winners and became friends on Facebook, which was like the main social media platform at that time, no Instagram. And I had been volunteering for a nonprofit that was doing some work in Liberia with girls and children, which actually grew out of that interest came out of a journalism project I had done as a student. And I was posting to my Facebook page about the issues I was learning about with especially girls' lack of access to education and teen pregnancy rates that were rising because girls weren't given sex education and boys weren't, taught either about how to respect girls' rights. And it just infuriated me that girls were being blamed for the systemic failures that were in their communities that weren't their fault. And I remember I posted on Facebook that I had an idea to start a social media campaign called She's the First that would champion the importance of supporting girls to be the first in their families to get an education. And Kristen responded to that message, the only one, when I asked if anyone wanted to help me launch it. And the rest is history. The original vision was not to launch a nonprofit organization, but the interest and the donors and the community-based organizations globally that wanted to be a part of this really are what catapulted it into the global organization that it is today.
That's amazing. And when you say the first to in their family to graduate, what are you referring to? Graduate from, I don't think a lot of people know about this.
Yeah, well, generally in the context in which we work globally in the global South, first in their families to graduate from high school, like the demographic
Mhm.
of girls we serve, they're often the first to go past elementary school. And if should they go on to
Wow.
university, they're the first in their communities, some of the very first to do that. And beyond, that's one symbol of success is to have a diploma, but it's
Mhm.
certainly not as important as having, the true autonomy and the choices over their future, whether that means going to university or starting their own business. And we really believe in supporting programs for girls that allow them to choose their own futures.
Yeah, that's incredible. And are you seeing a lot of that transition from graduating from high school into going into university level?
Yeah, very often that is the case.
Amazing.
And then, of course, our work isn't just international. We have a very
Hmm.
strong of campus community, campus chapters, so student advocates um, globally, but throughout the US, who also, and many times identify as first in their family to go to college. And I think for others, maybe it's just the first to major in the sciences or to become a doctor. And I think that's really the beauty of She's the First is that our name is really an identity that you can take on as your own in whatever way that means to you, regardless of whether you're the first in your family to graduate from high school in Kenya or the first to start a business in California. It takes courage to do those things and to step out of a norm that was established for, in your family or in your community. And I think that's what really connects our global sisterhood together.
It really does. And also in my case, there was no expectations of me. Like I had to create my own expectations. So I really relate to that so much on such a personal level. I wanted to talk a little bit because I think this is so inspiring, and I think it's sort of, um, if you will, like a spark in a way, which starts really when we're younger. In high school, so I ordered your book, and your book is called Impact. I didn't
Mhm.
get it yet, but I read some blurbs. Yeah, please show it. So it's
Mhm.
Impact, and you co-wrote this with your founder,
Mhm.
the other founder, Kristen. And Kristen Brandt, I wanted to say, like, when I was ordering your book, um, it was like, you have Impact, and then it says other people bought, and it was like Barack Obama's book. I don't know if you know that, but I was like,
I
whoa,
think
that's
his
cool.
most recent book came out on the same day as Impact.
Okay, well, that's amazing. So the book Impact it's a step-by-step plan to create the world you want to live in. And before I get into that, though, I have this question that I was really thinking about because I think it will really inspire some people here watching some of the Goddess Gang watching today. In high school, so you were typecast most shy.
Hmm.
How did that fuel you? Like, can you describe, like, how that felt and how that kind of like set you on this path to kind of, you know, do the opposite of what that said, what that
Yeah.
typecast was?
Yeah. Well, I could see why they would vote me most shy because I was the one in class that would not raise my hand and speak up. I was a confident writer. I was actually editor in chief of the high school paper, but that didn't seem to make matter as much as
Right.
being a vocal, outspoken person. And of course, I like you. I went to high school in the pre-social media days, and I think having social media in high school now, like I would not have wanted that. I really
Right.
empathize with, I think that adds a whole other layer of complexity for teens, but at the same time, it also gives them control of their own narrative and story. And maybe I actually would have enjoyed having it. Who knows? But in high school, I think that label that was put on me, it never felt like I could break out of the expectations that my peers had of me being the quiet one. So when
Hmm.
I was graduating and I was going off to college where no one there would know me, I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance to start over
So true.
and prove everyone in high school wrong. Isn't that what we all want to do on some
Yes.
level? Uh, and I remember I gave myself a challenge when as a freshman that I was going to run for student government office because it would force me to get signatures on a petition and get up and give a speech. And I lost, which is in the end great because I wasn't really meant to be in student government. I was meant to be the student reporter who was reporting on student government. But facing that fear really was
Hmm.
a way of like breaking the floodgates. And from there, I became the one who would raise her hand first in class, and I would find the confidence to start to pursue internships in New York City and independently, go into New York City for the first time. And I was able to unlock so much untapped leadership potential in myself. And it really stemmed from wanting to prove other people wrong. And I think that I think it's a strategy that works for a lot of us. Tell us if you relate in the comments.
Yes, absolutely. And I relate so much to that too. I am a I have I wouldn't say I'm shy per se, but I'm always like I don't want to be in the spotlight. Like here I am on IG Live. I'm not. It's interesting. It's almost like I don't. I'm not like, oh, I'm the ham and I want to be in the front. I'm more like, let me just be behind the scenes doing everything. But what I learned is, as a CEO and as a founder, as a leader, people want to hear from you. They want to see you. And it's really about being okay about being vulnerable and messing up. And like, I mess up my words all the time. And people are like, oh, it's charming, it's authentic. So I just stick with it. Like, I'm not this, and I think a lot of people can relate. It's like, it's okay to be just natural. It's okay to be just who you are and get rid of the whole, I have to be perfect to do this. And the other thing that I would say is, if you do it for the bigger purpose, right? I call it taking one for the team. You know what I mean? Like the first time I was on Evine Live, I was so afraid. Anytime I'm interviewed, I'm like nervous. My armpits are sweating. I'm just like, ah, but I'm like, I'm doing this for my brand. I'm doing it for the people. And you're doing it for, she's the first, you're doing it for these young women. And so it's like taking one for the team, really. And I think if
Oh yeah.
you think of it that way, it helps you just say, screw it. I'm going to do it. I don't care what people think about me,
Oh
whatever,
yeah. It's like, what won't you do for that larger purpose that you serve? Like whenever I'm scared now of,
Exactly.
I don't know, doing like, well, it's been a while since COVID, but stepping on a big stage, just do public speaking. I mean, as
Ooh,
much as I do it
yeah.
now, it still makes me nervous.
Of
But I
course.
always, I think of the girls who are part of She's the First programs, and it
Mhm.
always gives me the push that I need to get out
Yeah.
there or make the big ask and do the scary thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's about doing it, yeah, for the bigger purpose. And it's not about us, it really isn't. So, okay. And then I want to ask you, so you were the first in your family to go to college. So what was it that made you make that decision? Like, were your parents supporting you? Was there a teacher or a mentor, or like, what was it like? Because you didn't have that in the past, to kind of like, you didn't grow up with your parents talking about their college experience. So what was that thing that made you say, you know what, this is important. I need to do this.
Mhm. Yeah, well, I think there's a spectrum of privilege when it comes to being a first generation graduate, and I'm
Hmm.
definitely on the more privileged end of the spectrum because my parents, while they couldn't talk about their own experiences with my younger sister and I, it was always assumed that we would go to college and that they would support us in doing that. It wasn't like, hey, do you want to go to college? It was like, no, you're going to. And I grew up I went to a really high quality public school system in New Jersey. Not all school systems are have great guidance counselors, and I did. And so they were able to like look at my grades and like help me map out a course of a pathway to get into the
Hmm.
college that I wanted to and find the right fit. I'm also a white woman. I was a white girl. So the color of my skin even gave me the
Hmm.
advantage that so many, even in the US, girls of color who might not have that home environment or who may, but when they show up at school, because of the way they look, their guidance counselors are making other assumptions about them. And then in a global context, the girls we work with are facing cultural pressures to get
Hmm.
married, to go immediately work
Oh,
and to the family income. So those are not like I didn't have that working against me. I still, had to, whenever you're the first, it still takes some degree of innovation and entrepreneurship and courage. But I think I was so set up for success because of my environment.
yeah. Yeah. I had a different experience. I didn't have the guy. I'm a little older than you anyway. I didn't have the guidance counselor, but I was, obviously white and privileged, and I did go to public school. I, my friends, I was lucky to be in a group of friends that my peers actually that were like all going to college. And I was like, I should probably do this too. It was like, my parents didn't come and say, "What are you doing after high school?" I mean, it was that, you know, um, I don't know. I just didn't have any of that. So I just feel like I somehow got very lucky and was fortunate to kind of take that path and then figure out what I was going to do in my career. But again, I want to just put this out there. I'm a CEO. I didn't go to business school. You didn't go to business school, right? I mean, we
Mhm.
kind of learned this on the go, and I just really encourage those girls that don't have that support system to just take it and just do it. And I know it's harder and there's challenges, but where there's a will, there is a way. And there's things like,
Mhm.
even like She's the First, you have like a whole college community that they can be part of, and maybe there's like mentors in there, or they can connect with the other college girls and kind of get inspiration and
Mhm.
mentorship that way as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask, I want to just remind everybody, so that's on here now watching, that we're doing a giveaway. You can text 71801, code Girl Power, all uppercase. And as well, we're going to be giving 20% of our sales from 12/3 to 12/6 to She's the First. And I just wanted to, let me see what else. I have my little questions here. There's so many things I can ask. I
Mhm.
would love to ask you. I wanted to talk a little bit about the giveaway. We had sent you some, you're expecting a baby.
Yeah,
Congratulations, by the
thank
way.
you.
So one of the things we sent Tammy is our
Mhm.
kit. This is our kit, and it has the little oils in it. It has all 7 scents, and Tammy's expecting, and I know with anyone expecting, you could be a little sensitive to smell. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to send her a kit and see. There was no obligation, but she really enjoyed it. And so we decided, because you can try a different scent for every scent, every day of the week, depending what your mood is. So it's just really fun. And they come in these little it's the oil, and it's these little bottles, and they're so cute. You can throw this in your makeup bag, take it with you on the go, and these retail for $25. And so we're going to be giving away 3 of these, and so all you have to do is text 71801, code Girl Power, and good luck. And we're going to be giving away 3 of these little beauties. They have all the fragrances on the back. It's just coconut oil and clean fragrance. Super simple. They're very, very concentrated. They're strong, so a little bit goes a long way. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I had time to ask you about your book, Impact. So it's Impact, a step-by-step plan to create the world you want to live in, by Kristen Brandt and Tammy Tibbetts. I wanted to ask if you could share a couple of highlights from the book, and also let people know where they can purchase your book.
Mhm. Yeah, well, to answer the second question, you can get it anywhere really, but we love bookshop.org because the orders go through local bookstores,
Oh, I love that.
or your library.
Mhm.
So Impact is meant, it's a very practical book that is meant to be something that, you don't just read once, but you keep on your shelf and sort of revisit because you walk away from it having created your very own impact plan. And we guide you in the first,
Love it.
third of the book through using your own life experiences and story to identify a purpose, like a North Star, an outcome that you most want to see in the world, and then guide you through committing to actions that are manageable for you and based on the resources that you currently have at your disposal. It doesn't have to be money, it could be talents, it could be time. And then that's a plan that you can use to focus you when there are so many issues that are demanding attention and maybe so many asks of your time. It's easy to get overwhelmed, but the
It
key
is.
thing is recognizing you are one person, and if every one
Mhm.
person finds their focus and does something, we can all work together to solve all the problems, but you don't have to solve all the problems on your own. And then the heart of the book really gets into the philosophies of how do you be a responsible change maker because good
Mhm.
intentions always mean positive impact. And we walk you through many stories from She's the First experiences, but also other change makers that we know. And then finally, the book ends on the importance, as we were saying earlier, of building. How do you build support networks for yourself? How do you find the resilience and the grit to keep on going? Um,
Mhm.
because not everyone has that support network already. And if you don't,
Yeah.
we want to show you how to build it for yourself.
And building something like this is grit is really everything. I mean, it really is. Well, that sounds amazing. I've actually ordered it, and my whole team is going to read it. So I'm going to read it. Everyone here is going to read it. So
Yay! It's on
we're super
audiobook
excited.
too. For
So
anyone who doesn't,
audiobook.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ebook.
right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also the usuals, right? Like Target and Amazon, and you said
Mhm.
bookshop.com. Okay.
.org.
Perfect.
But
Dot com.
yeah, it's Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, everywhere.
It's amazing. Congratulations. It's just wonderful. I love it. I
Thank
love
you.
the purpose. Yeah. Okay. Just a reminder about the giveaway 71801 code girl power. And 20% of our sales are going to She's the First from 12/3 to 12/6. And now I wanted to ask you, I have like a little fun. I love to do this. It's kind of light and fun. Just a quick round of questions just to get to know Tammy a little bit better. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Question one, Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay. What is a bucket list place you would like to visit?
Um, I was supposed to go to Kenya in 2020, and that trip was
Oh,
obviously
wow.
canceled because of COVID. Kristen, my co-founder, has been there many times, but I'm like, as soon as I can, after this baby is born, I'm going to go to Kenya and connect with my team there.
Oh, how fun. Beautiful, right? Is Kenya have safaris or is that not Kenya? Am I?
They do, yeah, a lot of.
They do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be in Nairobi with. She's the first. Has a now a Nairobi office, but I did
Amazing.
to go on a safari on a prior trip to Tanzania, and it
Tanzania.
was remarkable.
Oh, that's on my bucket list still. Okay, what is your go-to beauty product you cannot live without?
Probably, I mean, this isn't very exciting, but like moisturizer or sunscreen
Hmm.
rather. 'Cause nobody likes dry skin, especially as the winter cold is settling in.
Do you have a sunblock and moisturizer that you love in particular?
I'm currently using Jennifer Lopez's brand of sunscreen, and
Oh,
then
cool.
Bobbi Brown is a huge supporter of She's the First. And even
Yes.
before then, like I had Bobbi Brown makeup for my wedding, so I have like emotional associations with it. So they're my go-to moisturizer because it has primer in it as well.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I know I love Bobby Brown products. I don't know JLo products that much, but I'm sure they're amazing too. Um, Donuts or cupcakes?
Oh, cupcakes! That is like, how can I say She's the First? person. And we have a whole hashtag Bake a Change campaign. Tie-dyed cupcakes in particular have been young people's favorite way to fundraise. Students have fundraised for She's the First thousands of dollars through tie-dyed cupcakes.
And is that information on she'sthefirst.org? They could check it
Yeah,
out if they want to make, okay. And so they
yeah,
bake their own cupcakes and then the proceeds go to She's the First.
yeah. I mean,
Oh,
last year
cool.
took a hit because nobody was really exchanging baked goods. But now that,
Right.
we know how to protect ourselves from COVID, more cupcakes are being baked and they will be in
Perfect.
the future.
Oh, I love it. Okay, if you were only able to listen to one band the rest of your life, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. Who would I
Top
say?
three.
I don't know. I go through phases where I listen to the
Hmm.
same person. Like right now, I'm just on like a holiday music kick.
Oh, nice.
Kelly Clarkson's new holiday album. I mean, Taylor Swift.
So
The
good.
She's the
Yeah.
First team would definitely like shout out to my colleagues Danny and Katie because we are like big Taylor Swift fans. So I would
Uh,
choose her.
I love I love Taylor Swift. She's amazing. I'm
Mhm.
like, am I too old to listen to Taylor Swift? No, I'm not. You can never
Never.
be. It's yeah, it's ageless. Okay, and the last question is cats or dogs?
Dogs,
Dogs.
100%. I wish my dog is in his crate so he didn't disturb us, but
Oh,
look on my Instagram, Wally Walbits. He has his own Instagram page.
oh, so
As a
cute.
first-time mom, like I don't even know how I'm gonna love a baby more than I currently love my dog. I know that you do when you have
Yeah.
a child, but like I love this dog so much.
Oh my gosh. What kind of dog is it?
He's a mini poodle mix.
Oh, how cute. Oh. So adorable. Well, I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today for coming on the Goddess Gang Live. It was an absolute honor to have you. You're so inspirational. The work you do is amazing, and we're so honored as a brand to be part of that. And then I just want one last reminder to everyone to follow, go to she'sthefirst.org for information on how to donate or get involved. Even if you're a college kid or high school kid, go on there, bake cupcakes, do anything. It's just a great community. Lots of very inspiring young women are involved in it. Lots of mentors for you there. Buy Tammy's book, Impact, a step-by-step plan to create the world you want to live in. Very inspirational, very instructional. There it is. Um, Go ahead and text us the giveaway reminder, code text 71801. This is so cool. $25. Woohoo, free. It'll be a nice little holiday gift coming your way. Code Girl Power. And then again, please, 20% of our sales are going to go to She's the First from 12/3 to 12/6. And I just want to say thank you again, everyone, for joining us. I'm Jennifer, and come back. We're going to be doing more Goddess Gang lives shortly. I'll see
Thank
everyone later. Yeah, thank
Happy
you so much,
holidays.
Tammy. Happy holidays. Yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye.